Wyatt Earp justice or constitutional catastrophe. Calling out Tom Homan and America's shadow war on immigrants opening. What the hell is going on in this country? Are we in a Clint Eastwood movie? Or is this supposed to be a constitutional democracy? Because from where I'm standing, it sure looks like Tom Homan and his cowboy crew have thrown due process out the window and replaced it with tattoos, profiling, and raw vengeance. Intro beat. Cue sound by Tom Homan. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. Narrator. Excuse me, Mr. Homan, but what in the hell do you mean? Don't care what the judges think? That is the law. That is the Constitution. If we're just ignoring court orders now, why bother with judges, hearings, lawyers, or even truth? Why not just let you pull out your badge and your gun and play God? Section 1. America's descent into vigilante immigration policy. This isn't Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. This is the United States of America, supposedly founded on justice and due process. And yet, under the Trump administration's watch, we've got mass deportations, secret flights, and immigrants, some with legal visas and green cards, being sent to hellholes like El Salvador CECOT prison, a place so brutal, so lawless, a U.S. judge said, Nazis got better treatment. Section 2. The death camp deal. America outsources its cruelty. We're paying $6 million to El Salvador to do America's dirty work. That's your tax dollars funding torture. That's your money sending tattooed immigrants, people profiled by ignorance and fear, into a facility described by Human Rights Watch as a death camp with no return. There is no legal process, no court hearing, no evidence, just vibes and vengeance. Looks like a gang member. Got a tattoo I don't like. Boom, off you go. Shackled and shipped to CECOT, where you're locked in a dark cell 23.5 hours a day and fed propaganda as rehabilitation. Section 3. The Alien Enemies Act, an 18th century law for 21st century authoritarianism. The Trump team dug up the Alien Enemies Act, a relic from 1798. That law was created for actual wartime enemies. Now it's being wielded like a sledgehammer to bypass courts and ship human beings, some who have lived here for years, into black sites of abuse. Let me say it plainly. This is government-sanctioned rendition. Section 4. Tom Homan, badge, gun, and zero accountability. Tom Homan wakes up loving his job, he says. The same job that now openly defies federal judges, deports medical professors, arrests activists, and brutalizes people who have done nothing more than flee authoritarian regimes or show up with the wrong tattoo. Ask yourself, who gets to decide who is worthy of life, liberty, and protection under the law? Because right now, it looks like Homan thinks he does. Section 5. The real agenda, profit, power, and propaganda. This isn't about security. It's about control and money. Private detention centers profit from everybody they cage. Trump scores points with a fearful base. And politicians hide behind a lie that immigrants are bankrupting us, when in reality, amnesty would inject $1. $5 trillion into our economy, expand the labor force, and save Social Security. But instead of welcoming workers, we're spending $850 billion to criminalize and cage them. Hate isn't free, it's just stupidly expensive. Section 6. So what do? We call this out for what it is. State-sanctioned cruelty disguised as policy. We stop pretending that tough talk makes us safer. We demand accountability from Homan, from Trump, from every politician silent on this outrage. Final word. If Tom Homan doesn't care what the judges say, then we have a much bigger problem than immigration. We have a crisis of democracy. Because when the guy with the gun and the badge gets to decide who lives or dies without oversight, we are no longer a country of laws. This isn't the Wild West. This is America. Or at least it used to be,